Back in 2020, New Brunswick was titled the poorest province in Canada. It used to be Prince Edward Islands. Hello everyone, this is Ricey and welcome to my channel, The Quest for Wealth. The topic of this video is really how is the economic situation of New Brunswick? How has it been faring in accordance or in comparison with the other provinces of Canada? Back in October 2020, Statistics Canada reported that the province of New Brunswick grew at 1.2%. It is the lowest growth in the whole of the provinces in Canada for 10th year in a row. Only New Brunswick is the province that did not grow double digits. It is a bitter truth, but it is the truth that we have been lagging. New Brunswick had been lagging when it comes to growth. The question now is, what are the reasons that we are lagging behind? As a matter of fact, PEI developed and grew economically better than New Brunswick. The federal government has a program called equalization payments. Equalization payment is a funding provided by the federal government to have-not provinces. And this funding essentially helps provinces to provide public services to its population that is comparable to the public services of the richer or the rich endowed provinces of Canada, such as Alberta, Ontario, and BC. This therefore means that the bigger the funding on equalization payments, the poorer the provinces is. Ladies and gentlemen, New Brunswick has already received the most amount of equalization payments in the whole of Canada. New Brunswick is one of the highest taxed provinces in the whole of Canada, but even then, majority of the budget of the province does not come from taxation. The majority of the funding of the province come from equalization payments. One of the key fundamental factors to achieve economic stability is population. When there is growth in population, there is growth in demand. When there is growth in demand, supply naturally appears. That is the whole cycle of demand and supply. If there is no demand, there will be no supply. And one of the problems of the province is that people, the youth and the young people, leave the province because of the lack of opportunities. On top of that, majority of the population of the province is reaching retirement age. But population is only one part of the problem. Another hurdle that the province has is that we are limited when it comes to our resources. The main economic resources of the province are fishery, forestry, and some mining. And we are not comparable to rich provinces such as Alberta and BC. These provinces have got coals and mining, and they have oil, they have got natural gas, they have gas. We are not comparable to them. Even Ontario, this is the financial hub of the country, and they have got so much economic and financial power. We are limited in New Brunswick when it comes to our natural resources. One of the main reasons that PEI was able to leave the title of being the poorest province in Canada is because of its successful immigration policies. People who immigrate to PEI actually stay and thrive, whereas in New Brunswick, people who move here leave the province. 50% of immigrants leave the province, and there are various reasons to that. Job opportunities is one, healthcare is another, taxation is another, because we are one of the highest taxed province in the whole of Canada. So how do we get out of the rat race? How does New Brunswick leave this title of being the poorest province in Canada? There's a multitude amount of solutions that has to be implemented simultaneously. We need more capitalization in the province. We need more corporations to set up their businesses and operations here in the province. I remember I used to work for a German company in Dubai, and I am in contact with a colleague here in Canada. Well, used to be colleague because I no longer work for the same company. Now, this colleague of mine had told me that the reason that the company would not open operations here in New Brunswick is because the cost of logistics to New Brunswick is very expensive. And that is another factor that deter corporations to set up offices and operations here, the amount or the cost of setting up operations here. The province needs to be more aggressive to incentivize big corporations to set up offices and factories here, because only with big corporations comes huge amount of job opportunities, and job opportunities is a predominant parameter for population to stay. Another one could be a more robust and stable immigration policies for immigrants to come into the province. See, the family sponsorship program is still closed. It has been closed for so many years now, since 2018 when I arrived here. And I do have siblings who are professionals, well-educated and well-experienced. I am not able to sponsor them to come here to the province because of the mere fact that the family sponsorship is closed. The only way that we are able, or I am able to take them here, is through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program or through student permit. The AIPP, essentially there are no works available there. The student permit is very expensive, but I am left with no other choice but to take my sibling to come here on student permit and spend so much money on tuition and other costs involved when it comes to being a student here in the province. Another one which I believe is absolutely fundamental is public spending. The government spending must be definitely more aggressive. The government should definitely budget more on infrastructures, on roads, on highways, on hospitals, on libraries. The public spending is very important, because when infrastructure and construction are created by public spending, then there becomes a domino effect that people get jobs. When people get jobs, there is more income, and when there is more income, they have, or people spend more money. There's higher spending power to the population, thereby propelling the economic stability of the province. And that is the bitter reality of our situation here in New Brunswick. Thank goodness for the federal equalization payments. The province is able to sustain public services for its population. I can only hope for the light at the end of the tunnel. I do feel and I do know that the province is becoming more active when it comes to immigration. Students who come here, international students who come here, they stay and they thrive. And I am hopeful that this is only a beginning of what a successful, thriving New Brunswick kind of province we have in the future. Thank you very much indeed, everyone. I do certainly appreciate you coming to my channel and watching this video. If this has been of value to you, please do like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much indeed, and I will see you in the next video.